are so many questions coming at me, and I can't thank you enough. And so here's one. The question was, can you show me how to solo with chord changes? Now, before we even do that, and there's a lot to that, but before we do that, I want to let you know that, if you're a beginner, you're really learning how things work at this stage. And if you're an advanced player and you don't know this stuff, then you can really incorporate into your playing. So let's talk about blues theory versus jazz theory. Now, it took me a long time to understand this, and it was quite perplexing. Once I figured it out, I was like, come on, why didn't anybody show me this? And I thought of my teachers back in the day, and why they never showed me this. I don't know if they didn't know, if they were keeping it secret, but here it is. Okay, blues theory. Blues theory is the question, what key are we in? That's blues theory. What key are we in? And now, jazz theory is where are we now? All right, so let's talk about that. Blues theory. If you're playing a blues in A, well, what that means usually is that 90% of this guitar solo is going to be in that A minor pentatonic. And as the chords change, just like in how to play official blues, I forgot the name of my video, but how to really play over the blues, if you're in blues theory, what you're going to be doing is finding those chord movements in the scale because they fit. If I'm in the key of A, then the blues are going to be 1, 4, and 5. I'm going to show you this. In A minor pentatonic, you have a 1, 4, and 5 here. 1, 4, 5. And then you have your 1, 4, and 5 here, and 1. So if you're learning this, just pause and get that. And if you already know this, just bear with me. But you have 1, 4, and 5, and 1, 4, and 5 in your pentatonic, and those are the notes assigned to the chord changes. So if I'm playing a blues, and I'm in the blues theory again, which is what key are we in, then you pretty much stay still. Okay, blues theory is you stay still, you bind to that key structure, and you stay in that scale. So here's a 1, and I'm gonna play a 1. Then when the band goes to the 4, I'm going to use the same scale, but I'm going to highlight the 4s, which are here and here. So in the band, so here's the 1. I'm hitting a 1. There's the 1. Now a 4. I'm hitting the 4 in the scale. Back to the 1. Then we go to the 5. E7. There's a 5 here and here. Again, 1, 4, 1, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5, 1. So your 1s are here, 5th fret, 7th fret, and 5th fret. Your 4s are going to be on the 5th fret of the A and the 7th fret of the G. And your 5s are going to be on the 7th fret of the A and the 5th fret of the B. So you hit those notes inside of the scale. That's known as blues theory. Here's a blues theory guitar solo. Then to the 4, high line on the 4s, back to the 1. To the 5, 4, 1, 5. So there, again, blues theory. Staying inside of a scale and utilizing the chord changes to highlight the notes of the scale. This only works when you have a scale that encompasses all the notes within a key, which is usually how songs are written. But then you come to jam band stuff. Now, one of the first guitar players that, the early guitar players that I really liked that implemented jazz theory is Jimi Hendrix, all right? If you ever wonder how the beginning of Little Wing was written, it's all jazz theory. He's playing the scales to the chords. And I'm not going to play that for you, but let me show you the example of jazz theory. So if we're in the 1, jazz theorists are saying, well, what chord are we on? We're on the A7 playing the blues. Okay, so we'll play the A minor pentatonic on top of that. Well, what's the 4 chord? Okay, 4 chord. Well, if the blues is the sound of the minor scale on top of the pentatonic, so this is a D7, so let's play a D pentatonic, which is up here. Again, this is just 4 1s. And when we go to the 5 chord, or a 5 chord, what's that? An E7, okay, so an E minor pentatonic. Now, there's some deadliness in this stuff, but I'll show you how it works. So jazz theory is, again, the question, where are we now? This is known as playing with the changes. All right, so here's my 1. It's the 4. And the 1. 5. 4. 1. Oh my God, I mess up every time. So all I was doing was using a 4-1 pentatonic to go from the A minor pentatonic to the D minor pentatonic and to the E minor pentatonic, which works on the blues progression, because if you watch the #1 blues trick, which is that the video? Yeah. You have to know your chords, and the sound of the blues is the minor scale on top of the major chord progression. And what's nice about jazz theory really is that the 1 is in the same position for every scale. So you can really focus on just hitting that position. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. I'll do it one more time so you can see what I'm talking about. When I change chords, if you land on the 1, it's going to be great in each scale as you change for jazz 3. 1 1 1. Now to D7. There it is. Back to the 1. And there it is, the difference between blues theory and jazz theory. Now, each one has its own weight or own sound. So not one's better than the other necessarily. It depends on the style of music you're playing, the groove you want, and all that fun stuff. So there's the 2 theories, and I hope that it made sense. It's just very, very simple. I know it went fast, but this is a shorter style lesson, difference between blues theory and jazz theory. Your walkaway concept is blues theory. What key are we in? Jazz theory. Where are we right now? I'm here.